Welcome to the DoubleACS Daily News. Capron Park Zoo is planning to hold a number of safe educational activities for children and families over the next 2 months. DoubleACS stopped by the zoo to learn more.
This is Melanie Fernandez, Curator of Education here at Capron Park Zoo. At the end of May, we have Endangered Species Day on May 21st, and that's a day that we can celebrate the species that are not only endangered and get the word out about them, but celebrate the success stories involved in saving those animals. Animals like Amur leopards, which 10 years ago, there were only 40 of left in the wild, and the most recent census of that species now has them at over 100 animals, which is a huge conservation success story because that's strictly wild breeding. That's not captive breeding released into the wild. That's strictly protections working to save that animal in the wild. We can also celebrate things like the golden lion tamarin, which we again have here at the zoo, but was nearly extinct and is now back to, I believe it's almost 2,500 animals in the wild. Those are both captive raised and released and wild animals that have been able to survive because of increased protections. Endangered Species Day, May 21st, a day to celebrate not only our endangered species and the wonderful diversity on Earth, but the conservation success stories that are behind saving some of these amazing animals. And that'll lead us right into June, and June 8th is World Oceans Day, perhaps one of the most important days on our little Party for the Planet calendar. It's been a big thing in the news, and I'm sure most people are aware about it, how plastics and microplastics are impacting the oceans, and those ocean impacts affect us even on land. Whether you live in coastal Massachusetts or in Kansas, you are being impacted by plastics and microplastics in the ocean environment. So World Oceans Day will be a day that we can focus on removing single-use plastics from your home and from your life as much as possible. And we understand that, of course, not everybody can do that. It's not as easy as it sounds, but we're going to give you points and tips and advice on how to replace some of those single-use things you have with things that can be reused and take a little bit more plastic out of circulation so that we don't impact our environment as much as we have been. We also have kids' paint party projects. So much like the paint and wine nights that grown-ups do, these are paint afternoons for children. We are doing one to celebrate World Oceans Day, which will be a jellyfish, but that'll be the Sunday just before World Oceans Day. You can find pricing and do all your purchasing right at the zoo's website now. We finally have online purchasing capability, so you don't have to come into the zoo to do anything to purchase these things. You can even purchase a membership. You can purchase your summer camp experience online. Everything can be done on the zoo's website. So we hope you'll come down to the zoo, like I said, and celebrate world biodiversity by experiencing our collection. We encourage you to get outdoors and check out the Wild Encounters programs, videos we have on the zoo's website that showcase some of the area's parks and nature areas so that you can get outside and enjoy the diversity of life that's right here around us in southeastern New England. And we encourage you to do your best to enjoy the Party for the Planet as it goes on over the next weeks. You can go to the zoo's web address, which is capronparkzoo.com, and you'll see a list of all of the programs and things we have going on. We will be open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. with the last ticket sale at 4 p.m. We do not offer advanced ticket sales, so you'll just have to come to the door and purchase. We do have capacity limitations, so be aware that you might have to wait if it's a particularly busy day. Afternoon visits are generally going to have a lower capacity than morning visits, so keep that in mind when you're planning your time here at the zoo.